Thank you.
Because we have none other than the CEO of Ace Mag, Ace himself, people.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that, man.
How are you doing today?
Amazing. Just
good?
came back from BET Awards.
Yes.
LA was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, me and Bo was out there. Shout out to Bo.
Right?
I enjoyed his performance.
Yeah,
Y'all doing a
that
great
was
job.
fire. That was fire, man.
Yes.
So you guys are both out there. How was that?
It was amazing. We did a welcome to LA party. We had quite a few football players out there and rappers, and we did it in the Hollywood Hills. So it was a real good time. Then all of our clients got the chance to go to the BET Awards and experience that. So we had a really, really good time.
Yeah, it's a good year for BET. It's a good year for hip hop, I
Yes.
feel, right? So it's a good year for all of us because we're all in the hip hop industry. I feel
Agreed.
Awesome. But it's always good to be home too, yeah?
Oh my God, yeah, it felt great to come back. And one thing that I know was a huge momentum for me was actually going to Nipsey's store after doing this issue and just seeing how people gravitated to this edition. And you know, I mean, people just wanted to rub the poster. We had the big cutouts like what you see behind you. We put them in front of the store. A lot of the community showed us love. Everybody wanted to take pictures. People are stopping by there like every second just to, you know, pay homage to him. And they're playing his music all the time. I mean, all day long. It was just a different energy, the love that's there. So many people miss him. He's a huge asset to hip hop, and I'm glad that we were there.
It's crazy. You don't really realize the impact somebody has until you lose them, and then you see a community really come together.
Facts.
The way that he brought us together, right?
Facts.
Did you know right away when he passed, and it was like this huge, you know, response that you were gonna have him on the cover?
No, we actually looked back at what was going on and how everybody else was representing his passing, and we decided to make it something that was about his life and his passing and the funeral itself with the people. So when they got it, a lot of people in the community, they were able to actually see themselves being represented in it as well, and I think that made it a lot more heartfelt.
Absolutely, and congratulations to you for keeping that message going, you know what I mean?
Thank you, appreciate that.
You gotta push his legacy on, for sure.
Yes.
Now, Ace Mag is an immensely successful magazine. You guys have gone international.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. How does it feel knowing that this is something that you built from the ground up?
It's amazing. I never expected it to get to this level, and it's still growing to a level. Right now, we're planning out events and parties and things that I couldn't even picture of planning to see us doing. God's just moving in a tremendous way, you know, and I'm grateful to have the kind of clients we got now that become friends and family, and you know, just to be able to help people, because now, you know, our platform has become one that's made a lot of people successful. People didn't know Plies before they did our book. They didn't know Paul Wall and Mike Jones before they hit our book. They didn't know a lot of people, Collie P, I mean, you name it. So we're just grateful to be a part of that infrastructure that's made a lot of, you know, household names that's out now for this hip hop industry.
And it's crazy, like, naming such big names that, you know, you helped bring on the rise. And like now, you know, they're immensely successful. And I see you have this section called Artists on the Rise. Are there any artists, because obviously this is still something that you're doing, you're promoting these artists that are on the come up. Are there any artists in particular that you're excited to see blow up?
Right now I would say So Unique is definitely moments away from her fame. And
I saw she's on the cover of
and then Money Bo. I got to give it to Bo. Most people didn't think he could transition from the NFL to being a rapper, and he's proved a lot of people wrong. You know?
He's done it pretty
and I'm grateful to see where he's going right now and what he's done on his own, because this industry is one that, you know, a lot of people fake like they with you and they down or they're supporting what you're doing, and it's exactly the opposite, you know what I mean? And it's sad but true, but the great thing about what's empowering about that is if you take that energy and, you know, horn it, you'll be able to make it, you know, your motivation to be, you know, that much more successful.
So one thing that I do want to pick your brain about a little bit is, why do you think that magazines have been able to survive in an age that's gone, you know, more digital, and, you know, things like newspapers have sort of become obsolete in that sense?
That's a great question. I mean, ultimately for us, I feel like it was just staying true to yourself, and we just stayed true to ourselves. At that time when we heard everybody saying, hey, you know, magazines is about to be done, you know, I think you need to stop it. We're stopping, man, we're doing this. We just said, hey, well, y'all do that. You know what I mean? And as we continue our process, we just got stronger and stronger. And after a while, we realized we were giving out the books for free, and more people would send them and mail them into people who were in prison. They were given to their family members, stuff like that, and it just changed the lifespan of our subscription. It changed the dynamics of our brand. It allowed us to keep it free. And beyond that, we just started to go to different territories and realized that there was nobody there. So as we went to the territory, people gravitated to us in a way that was just ridiculous. We couldn't even expect for people to, you know, jump on it like that. Even with the book now, there's multiple covers on one book. The guts are the same. We're in multiple different markets. There's 50,000 that goes to each region. We're overseas in places like Tokyo, Jamaica, Mexico. I mean, it's just for what it's done. I couldn't have told you that this would have happened like this. The more we started traveling, the more we started going places, we realized there's hip hop everywhere. And you know, they gravitate to what we're doing. Over here, you might be fighting as an urban person just to get through day-to-day life, and you go overseas and you realize you're a king. The way that people look up to you, the way people deal with you. So like for us, just traveling just changed everything, and being able to do that for mom and pop businesses that just didn't expect the type of return. I remember doing some stuff for a gentleman named Lando Goals. He does gold teeth down here, and we were just surprised to see what it did for his business. I think at some point his testimony was like he did $30,000 or $40,000 in gold grills during the month that he did it with us, and from a half-page ad. So you know, once you're doing the work, you don't have to fight with your advertisers to do business. It's not that for us. We're not even. If you look how thick each edition is, we're not in that space. We're doing a big book, a digest book. Print's not dead for us. I'm not saying that it won't be dead in a few years or 5 years from now, but we're doing so much outside of print now. We got our own custom jewelry company. We got Ace Sports that we just launched over the weekend.
For sure,
our hands are in a lot more than what people can see for the common eye. So the studio business, salute to Clear Vision. You know, that's one of the studios that we're partnered with. So our hands are a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
That's
so
awesome.
we've just been grateful.
Yeah, and I commend you for it, because I just feel like when you are doing what you feel like is in alignment with your divine purpose, I feel like that really will reap the benefits.
Facts.
And I mean, you've grown into something that's so much bigger than itself, like I said. And I mean, to be, you know, sending them into prisons and stuff, I think that's so incredible. And people were just, they were jumping ship, you know, so it's awesome to see. Were you ever reluctant to jump into something that people were sort of, or did you know from the beginning?
That's a great question. I want to say I was 50-50 as turmoil and things started to happen, as changes started to happen. I maybe had those moments where I questioned it. But for the long haul, no, it just never changed. Majority of our team saw an opportunity where they felt like, you know, we had less competition. We were just, we had great infrastructure with advertisers that stuck with us through the long haul, and you know, those people became family. So I'm grateful for them, because they kept us afloat during quarters that weren't so easy.
It takes a village.
So hands down, we stood on the shoulders of a lot of people. King of Diamonds was, while we were helping to make that club relevant, which most people don't know, you know, they helped us in a major way with making our brand relevant. So majority of you know, their lifespan, and you know, we almost became like the little king over there, you know, because of Terry and all of them. They gave us the infrastructure, the platform. When you walked in that club, it was all you saw was us. If you were a major artist or anything, you had to deal with us.
The King of Diamonds.
Yeah, so a lot of them supported us in ways that we can't even show our gratitude, man, and we're grateful for them throughout the years. Yes.
So obviously now you said you have been in the long haul, you've made it on the other side. Now being where you are at, what do you feel like you've learned that you would have loved to tell yourself back in the beginning as a businessman?
Great question. I wish I took it more serious from the beginning. When I first got into it, you know, I was more into the streets, and I had money, so I was more comfortable, and it was something I was just doing to showboat myself and what I was doing. And we were doing more concerts and promotions, you know, so every time you see the photo gallery from our magazine at that time, it was more showing what we were doing with Trillville or somebody we booked that was major and that type of thing. And, you know, at that time I recognized a young lady named Julia Beverly, and she was doing Ozone, and she was aggressive. She everything about what she was on was like, I'm with the magazine, I'm about to blow it up. And when I saw where she took it to, you know, she had MTV do an award show, that type of thing, and I just watched her move. It was motivating, you know what I mean? And we looked at what we were doing, it was like, wow, you know, why can't we do that? You know what I mean? So we took it more serious, and, you know, look where we're at now. So it's always somebody ahead of you, you know what I mean? Benzino, all these guys that have done what they've done, and I'm grateful to be able to say, you know, I got staff from their magazine working for ours now, Carlton Wade. You know, I had Darryl Robinson helping out, who was with Complex and Vibe, just a lot of different people, you know, and I just never knew that it would blossom into where it's going now. Even some of the parties that we're doing now is tremendous, and the people who are coming out for it. We didn't expect to be doing parties during major weekends, that type of stuff, so it's the sky's the limits right now, you know?
What do you feel is different about, like, Broward's entertainment industry as opposed to any other one?
Well, Broward's making a major move right now, and for Kodak Blacks and the Carly P's and all of them. And right now, it's a great opportunity for artists that are in Broward to really work and push that much harder. Shows like Love and Hip Hop Miami that was here created a great platform for us to be heard and seen. And I think Florida's it's the best time for Florida to try and do something. Labels are interested in, A&Rs are interested in what's going on in Florida. And we're a part of that wave. They really don't know 90% of who's hot until you either have SoundScan or Media Base, or you have iTunes or something happening for you streaming properly. So we've been another great platform to kind of make them aware, hey, pay attention to this artist, they're on the rise. And we've noticed that a lot more artists have been getting plucked from what we're doing. And right now, I feel like if Broward continues the way that they're doing, they're going to have their moment where they're like a mini Atlanta.
100%, yeah.
I see that clearly.
Yeah, I feel like there's a shift, I feel.
Yeah.
It's definitely becoming
well said.
known, for sure, definitely. So what was your overall intention with this magazine? What do you think is what do you want it to represent when you hear Ace?
Well, you know, we had the opportunity to go more major and go in stores when the distributor stepped to us about having it in stores. And at that time, it was a huge dilemma for us because we were watching the shift with the magazine industry, and we recognized that people just weren't buying publications like that anymore. And for us, we've been built off of making somebody like Plies become relevant to everybody else. We were built off of the up and coming, so help change the platform and give artists that really indies that don't have the budget the opportunity to still get where they need to go. So that's what we're looking for in the future, is to become the full situation for them and A&R their deals, kind of help them get their situation high and make it where it's not so much about a budget, you know? Be the bank, I guess.
And I think that's why you're finding success, you know, because the intention is definitely very pure. And you're
appreciate
definitely
that.
looking at the best interests of your artists at heart.
Facts.
So I'm so excited to see where this builds, how this blows. Any snippets you can give us of what's next for Ace Magazine? Because I mean, you've got you're in every pool, I feel.
Right.
Radio, television, promotions.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it hush right now. All I can say is the future looks bright, and I'm excited, you know. And one thing that I will say is I'm grateful for our sports platform now with Ace Sports, and we had Josh Bellamy on the cover of the new edition. We just unveiled that. We're doing a lot for the kids. This one's more about the kids, and I feel like reaching out to the youth and kind of giving back is where I'm at now. I had the opportunity over one weekend to be around a gentleman that's, and I forget what city I feel bad about, in Fellsmere. And I met one gentleman that was special to me because he did this entire weekend on Father's Day, right? And everything from food, drinks, you name it, was free. And I was surprised. It was a big car show. I saw all these people there, and I watched how important it was to him to watch his community love each other.
Right.
And he was walking around waving to everybody, showing everybody love, and just doing, and it didn't matter to him about the money. He was past that phase. He had golf carts brought in to bring the food to the people so they could order from where they were sitting at the park. And I said, you know what, God, I think that's where I'm at. I think I'm there now where I care more about giving back. It's not so much just about me. And ultimately, that's just, I feel like I've gotten a lot from this, and it's done what it needs to do. But it's time to give back. So that's where we're at.
And when you give back, you get back. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing way more of you.
Thank
Pick
you.
up Ace Magazine wherever you can, wherever you see it. I'm so excited, honestly, for everything that's coming your way. Stay tuned, because we got more for you. That was
Rep
Ace
your city.
Magazine. You already know.